The year is 1942. It's the middle of the summer, and Hitler's invasion into Europe has... That's the wrong button. Not gone smoothly. You'll notice that Nazi Germany has disappeared. And in its place is beautiful yellow banana Belgium. Hey, welcome everyone to Hearts of Iron 4. Today we'll be continuing our Greece game, where last time you saw Hitler's attempted invasion of Europe, and quite poorly, with a counter-invasion from Belgium, followed up by a beautiful counter-invasion, pardon me, through Albania of Greek, Yugoslavian, French, and British forces. And now Italy and Germany have both surrendered. Good morning to everyone who's watching. MSJN, glad to see you here. Good that you could stop by for a later stream. Your homeland is secure. Germany's secure. Although there's a minor war breaking out. The Soviet Union has declared war on the sea-to-sea alliance, which no longer spans sea to sea, as Romania has been pushed back from the sea. Romania, Poland, Lithuania, and Estonia have all teamed up to try and fight the menace of the Comintern, led by the Soviet Union. And they're having a fairly good go of it. They're losing ground, but slowly. Latvia has joined the Soviet Union in this war and has seen a chunk taken out of it, and that's about it. But Estonia is collapsing. Finland, Norway, Sweden are independent, as are Denmark. Ireland has not joined any sides. Nationalist Spain is sitting in their corner along with Portugal. And Switzerland and Hungary have both remained independent, but the rest of these nations, Belgium, United Kingdom, Luxembourg, Netherlands, France, Yugoslavia, Greece, Republic of Turkey, have all joined the Allies. And I'm going to switch to the beautiful factions map mode to show all of the Allied powers. We run Europe right now. We joined the Allies because somebody, the Italians, decided to invade us through Albania, which is now part of Greece. But with the threat of Hitler defeated, the Axis are still not completely gone from the world. They still hold a significant chunk of Southeast Asia, which is where we're going to send our troops. Our troops have a lot of experience fighting in the mountains. We fought in the mountains of northern Greece. We fought through Yugoslavia and through the Alps to defeat the Italians. And so we're going to send our experienced soldiers and our mountain men, who are semi-experienced, to a new front line. Yes, I'm aware of that. And this front line... Should we attack through France? Why not? Let's try and cut them off here. This front line will be... here. 24 divisions of the Greek army. Will actually modify it so we don't have to cross that river. And we're going to draw an offensive along this river. So we'll look to take Kunming up to here and then hold this line. This will be the Greek push, the Greek spearhead, if you will, through the mountains. Morning, Swepa. Welcome to stream. I'm glad you could make it. You're about to see a phenomenally poorly planned attack. So now our men will get on their boats and move out. I should give them a naval escort, but I think the seas are pretty well dominated by Allied warships. Because these are all Allied countries, except Siam, who's independent. We're going to form a line here. Hey, there's a French tank unit. That's fun. We're going to form a line here in northern Vietnam, where the French are, to try and push into Japan and China. Big warnings, we are at war. These are the countries we're at war with. Slovakia, German Reich, and Italy are all, and Bulgaria have all been neutralized. But all of the Japanese puppets and Japan still stand. And these are our allies. It's a pretty large list. Kingdom of Romania is involved, although they're probably not going to help us too much, since they're mostly involved in defending their borders against the Soviet threat. I don't see the Romanians putting a significant amount of manpower, significant number of troops into the defense of our homeland. Especially because that defense would happen over in Southeast Asia, where they're not so concerned. We have new recon companies. What should we research next? I think I want to keep researching a little bit of ahead of time for those. We could research mechanized or marines. We don't really need marines. How's our artillery look? We could improve our artillery, because that's one of the main reasons. No, we don't need volunteers. Xinjiang. These guys are sending volunteers to the allies. Swappa says you gotta love that Greece and Vietnam. Oh yeah! This is where we are gonna protect our French allies who've sacrificed a lot to let us crush the Italians from the east. We had a huge invasion up here into these, not invasion, but into Turin. We sent a large Greek spearhead here to meet the French coming from the west. And that was part of what helped Italy fall. Which is all in the last episode. We also have low manpower. We have 88,000 troops left. We can get more, but it would significantly decrease our training time. It wouldn't necessarily be great for us to spend all of the resources there. But it looks like the Japanese forces have put a huge emphasis on the border of India, which is, luckily there are plenty of rivers here to fall back on if the Brits need to. But with low supply, with these rivers not all holding, it may be a tough time for our allies to hold against the Japanese invasion here. So if we can hit them with a counteroffensive from the south, and if we can push all the way north, it's actually a lot of way north to go. But if we could eventually push up towards Mongolia and cut these guys in half, we wouldn't be able to hold that, but if we had French alliance, French help, we could probably push forward and split the Japanese forces in half, letting us strike at the enemy capitals. What we want to do is hit capitals to get these countries to fall. So once we make this push, we'll push west back towards India and hopefully squish the Japanese army in that pincer move. But we're going to need more allies in Vietnam. Currently have a whole bunch of Dutch and French troops here, along with British, Malay, and UK troops. And it looks like we have American tanks coming. That's good. The US took a while to get involved in the war, but once Japan declared war on them, it's been a pretty swift strike west across the Pacific. And now they control a lot. Resistance to occupation in Albania. Okay, what we need to do is send our garrison to also include Albania. We need to garrison units in Albania to prevent their resistance to our occupation. How's our troop movement? Why aren't you going anywhere? Are all 24 units assigned to this? Yep, 24 divisions. Maybe they're taking their time. Good, we do have American assistance here. Perfect. It's going to be important that we have American assistance, especially if the French and the British will probably be more involved holding India. And the French don't seem to have many troops over yet. But we are seeing the Philippines look like a really good jumping off point for British troops to hold. I'm assuming they're sitting in reserve. Hong Kong is holding surprisingly well, although it looks like they may be taking losses in the north. But they have pushed a little further. If we could land in Hong Kong, we could do a pretty large push up through China, up through coastal China. Maybe not. I don't want to move too many troops over here because I think the Royal Japanese Navy is going to have a lot of men out here, judging by the number of aircraft they have patrolling the area. I think having a foothold in Japan or in Vietnam will be better. Swappa asked if I can give a quick explanation how many factories we should have of civilian and military. Yugoslavia, it claims Italian border. I really don't care. Let's take a look at this. So I have currently 18 free construction or civilian factories, and that's really dependent on. You can see that I have some of these buildings. I tend to just go for what I need. Like if I have a big country, like as you can see, I've got 9 currently working on building stuff because many of these are being used for exports of my civilian factories. So 9 you can see are being used for construction, 8 for imports, and 9 for consumer goods. So having 22 isn't a bad idea. And I have 14 owned, another 4 from trade, which is what gives me the 18, but 22 of them are owned plus 4 for exports. You can see my number down to 18. And then military factories, I actually have more than enough military factories, because you can see, but I also have a very small country. So the ratio really depends on the country, right? And if you have a very large country that you want to build a lot of stuff quickly, you need more civilian. And earlier in the war, you need more civilian. And later, you need more military just to pump out equipment. But for me, I don't need that many military factories because I'm not producing that much military equipment. Like, I don't have an air force at all. Unread naval carrier raider battle. Oh, that's not good. What we do have is rocketry research. Ooh, 50% reduced set. I'm going to do it. Build rocket engines. I'm doing a little bit of experimentation here. So we are actually facing... Oh, there are Italian tactical bombers are attacking our fleet, which is not good. So we do have to... We don't really have an air force at all. It looks like the Italians are coming after us. And the Japanese. They're attacking our troops which are landing, so we need to get our guys on the ground as quickly as possible. Looks like we haven't lost anyone, though, which is good. We still didn't lose anybody. So yeah, there are Italian aircraft trying to help us out. Swappa says, I'm the real MVP teaching us and all. Thanks, I appreciate that. Education is an important part of the stream. I said that jokingly once, but I'm kind of sticking to it because it makes a lot of sense. Education is very important for what we're doing here. Looks like the Italians are just harassing us with aircraft. And the Japanese. I think they're stationed on this island here. I don't really have the resources for military invasion. Maybe I'll push east once I get my lines established. Maybe I'll do that. You know what I'm going to? I'm going to delete the offensive line here and create a new offensive line. I'm going to try and take... I'm going to push up towards Hong Kong. Just try and take that. Not a very smart line. We'll just extend our front. But assuming we can get enough troops, and get enough French and American troops here, then we should be good. I know, we escaped. We escaped. It's good. Education seems to suit you naturally. Yeah, I hope it does. I hope people like the education approach. It's something that I like. I like to teach while I work, or in this case, play games for you guys. It's not really work. It's more of a service I provide that other people get to enjoy as well, which is wonderful. Which I like. Alright, troops are in position. We'll start to execute the plan once I think everyone is ready to go. We still have to increase our organization because turns out going on about... we have a reduced... Our attrition present 0%. I can take that. That means we're not gaining resources back from lost equipment. But we are losing equipment because we have such low supply. Oh, this is something new. Nationalist Spain has joined the Axis, which means they may start to push at the French border. Yep. Spain has been building up an army. Oh, okay. So the French should be able to hold that. Should being operative here. And that means we should be good to make our own moves. I think these guys should be able to make I'm going to make small probing pushes. I want to increase our lines. Oh no, Gibraltar's fallen. That's not good. I want to like increase our line here just to get a little more space. See if we can't push forward a tiny bit. Cool. Looks like India is pushing for more independence too, which isn't necessarily good at this time because Indian independence means we can't maybe not be able to use it as an offensive point. But it looks like we're actually being pushed back a bit. There's Turkey. Republic of Turkey is part of our alliance now. But yeah, the Japanese have made small pushes into India. But we've now made small pushes here. If I can take this city, I think I'll have a pretty good chance. Actually, since they're attacking out of Hanoi, it made a lot of sense to push into Hanoi at the time. There we go. That'll be a good point for us to push from. Go there. I'm gonna try and just occupy these guys for a bit. So if I can take this, if I can get around this guy and push around the river, I should have a chance to then get some foothold across the river, which will help if we ever have to attack there. You guys just drive in. Why not? Oh, there are troops there now. That's unfortunate. Hopefully I can push in. I'll hold for a second. Now that he's weakened, I'll push ahead. Alright. What can we do? I don't want to push too far too fast, but I do want to give them something to think about. I want mountain troops here. Because they can defend in the mountains better. I can attack in the mountains better. I don't want to attack across this river, but I do want to get across it. So I'll send motorized units and infantry. Before they send troops in, I want to get a little bit of a foothold across. There we go. Attacking across the river is very dangerous. You have to make sure you have a huge advantage in manpower or organization. It looks like we do. I want you to keep pushing just to hold this guy down for a second. So while this guy comes across, this guy can take this position. And this guy will hold here for a second. He could probably attack, but I don't think he needs to. Having a foothold across this river is really good. It means that we've got a little bit better of a chance of holding this area if we could fall back to the river if we need to. We don't ever have to attack across it again, assuming we hold. Alright, it doesn't look like there's much of a push by anyone to hold this border, so I do have to be careful with troop advancements. We lost the battle here. I don't know how we got defeated, but we did. I have to make sure all of my troops are over. Looks like the Japanese are sending troops around, which is not good. I'm assuming they're sending them into Spain. If that's the case, we should probably send our navy. Oh, we could have sent them to the Western Mediterranean, but I think we'd get wrecked a bit. Let's send our submarines out at least. Pair priority high. I actually want you to convoy raid. Nope, that's not what I wanted at all. Submarines. Convoy raid here. And I wanted to raid sort of the province here, so they'll get all the Japanese and Spanish ships that come in. And being submarines, they shouldn't take too heavy losses. We really don't have the resources to send a navy out. Alright, looks like the Japanese have responded to our attack. So we'll just keep pushing, I guess. If I can unify this border, that would be wonderful. Let's send mountaineers. Send more mountaineers. See if we can cut the... Nope, that's not going to work. They're well fortified there to protect them from being cut off. Alright, if we can unify this border across, we can strengthen our position. So I do want to keep pushing east. So if you guys wouldn't mind pushing up, one of you guys would attack there just to hold them down. Attack into the mountains. That'll be helpful. Being a mountain troop, they should have an advantage. Alright, this guys might need a rest. If I need mountaineers to come across. Motorized move up. Nope, mountaineers don't have a chance there. Alright, we've unified our border at least. I'm going to pull our lines. No, I'm going to keep them there. I have a huge bunch of troops. I want to take this spot, but I'm kind of happy. You guys can actually hold. Not making any progress. Oh, we have research slot available. Whoops. Let's build more artillery. How's that? That'll give us a slight advantage in our infantry combat. You're not suited. Let's take one of you troops. Go reinforce that position. As will you guys. Perfect. The Japanese are landing a lot of troops here. Taking that island might be a high priority right now. If we would not attack there anymore, that'd be great. Almost ready to deploy new troops. Alright, let's take stock. We've made a pretty big push so far. Trying to see what the old borders were. I think it was along this river. We made a pretty fine push back. Oh no, it was all of this. We've taken back most of the land we lost and gained a small foothold here. There doesn't seem to be a weak point in their line, and this is a real dangerous spot to be. But we have unified our line in the south. We just have to unify it to Hong Kong, and I think I'll be happy with my advance in the south. You push there. You guys both go there. Attack north as well. These guys can hold. The French and Americans can hold while the Greeks do all the hard work. How's that? Nah, we're not winning any of these wars. You maintain your position. They're well fortified, and we're not well situated for this. What I need to do, what I'm going to do, which I'm sorry, my allies, I'm going to pull back to a point where we can then move from here and open the diplomacy screen for fun. Sweppa says he wants to play as Denmark every game because pride. But they feel so weak. Denmark is actually a great position to play because the Germans kind of, I mean, they come for you pretty quickly, but if you can get yourself united with the Allies, you have a strong defensive position to hold here. If you build a strong enough navy and have good garrisons to protect from his naval invasions, you can make a pretty big push into Germany because you have a 2-province section to attack from. And if you put all of your troops there, once Germany attacks, you should have a pretty good chance of at least pushing them back here and then waiting until the Allies get enough power to bail you out. Or another option that's really good, because you do have enough of a production basis, you go fascist and then just take Sweden, Norway, and Finland. Should be able to put some troops into that. Why did my border expand again? I want that to be my border, please. And I hope the Americans can hold Vietnam. We've seen this before, right? Americans in North Vietnam. I know it didn't go well at all last time. We'll see if it goes better when they have Greek and French help for once. All right. Pardon me. Still getting over being sick. If I just full on storm this, I got a pretty good chance of getting that. I save 1 unit. Alright, you guys have your fun. Hold back. The biggest problem I'm having is I think the Japanese troops are better equipped, better trained, and significantly stronger. Yeah, they're significantly better than my troops are. So I have to use cunning and numbers. And I don't need too much reinforcement. I seem to be able to reinforce my troops I hope abandoning this doesn't cause them to just... Yeah, it doesn't look like these are... The Americans aren't well situated to hold North Vietnam any more in 42 than they were 30 years later, 25 years later. Estonia has capitulated. That's not good. Soviets have taken Estonia. Lithuania, Poland, and Romania are soon on their list. Alright, doesn't matter. We don't really care about the Soviets. We care about France. We have towed rocket artillery. I don't need volunteers. What I do need is to build some rocket artillery. Let's pull one factory out of guns. No template for rocket artillery. Oops. Edit. Motorized. I'm kidding. Sure. Motorized divisions are now going to have rocket artillery on them. Because that's just fun. Alright, rocket artillery is now happening. And we need quite a bit of it. I'll knock a factory out of my infantry equipment and start building a lot of rocket artillery. Although I probably actually don't need... I only need one. Definitely need more guns. What am I constructing right now? Working on infrastructure, good. Let's see. Once divisions get into position and we have them done preparing, we should be able to make a nice push. So there's a large river crossing, which is over here. God, the Japanese are really reinforcing this border. Australians are pulling out. Are we making any progress? I guess out of Hong Kong we're actually making fairly significant progress. Being able to push east would be nice. Alright. I want you guys to start pushing. Oh no, there's a Jap. Never mind. Hold. Japanese have started an offensive. Well, let's have a little counteroffensive at one of their weak points and see what happens. We're gonna lose this section, I think. These guys can hold. I'll have them start to push a counteroffensive. There we go. That's actually working fairly well. Nope, it's not working at all. Alright. We're not doing so hot. You guys actually hold for a second. Alright, let's get going. So these guys set a location for deploy. Deploy in Athens. Unassigned divisions. I know. You guys need a military commander. Should I assign these guys? Oh, this is not looking good. I could assign them to the Pyrenees front. Or the African front. I think France will be fine. He says, hopefully. How about a Western French front? An offensive line that is just to there. There we go. You guys are actually making some progress in this offensive. That was unexpected. But you can stop now. Yeah, the Japanese front seems to have stalled after they took that one province, which is good. It's good they've stalled. Not good they've taken a province, though. For those of you just joining us, welcome to Hearts of Iron 4, where we are mired in a war in Southeast Asia, specifically in northern Vietnam, where us and the Americans are trying to hold against Japanese invasion. So not exactly the Vietnamese War, the Vietnam War, but not the Vietnam War. I don't need any of these people. I don't need a democratic reformer. We're actually more fascist than any other alignment. Improve relations. No, it's fine. Oh. Why am I not set up for a war economy? We want total mobilization. Yeah. We're totally mobilized. That's exactly what I wanted. We're gonna push. Not gonna push there. I'm actually gonna stop pushing. I need to find a weak point in the Japanese line. Looks like... Oh, I was gonna push there, but they're attacking. There we go. I actually want you guys to just... It's not gonna do much. I want them to attack there. Once these guys are done being attacked, I want them to attack to the northeast. This is gonna be one of those like high manpower losses offensives. It's just a lot of men lost to gain a single inch of ground. Both of these armies are the same color. That's probably not the best thing, but it'll be fine. So I know we have supply problems. Looks like we might actually get some ground here. Nope, just kidding. Don't actually do that. Where are my other troops? Oh, here they are. They're coming. Sailing across the sea. Alright. We've gained a little bit of ground. I like this. These guys are nearly done. We should be able to walk them over. Assuming these guys can hold up here. Alright, we've gained ground. We have pushed back. This is very exciting. Earlier in the war, the previous episode, this is a game of inches. Go defend that position. Americans can't hold this on their own. They need Greek help, because everyone knows the Greeks are the strongest. Move in. We've broken the line we can take up to the river, I'm sure. And by I'm sure, I mean I hope. I realize those are two very different statements. But if we can unify the line with Hong Kong, if we can get to here... Actually, I do want that. If we can get to here, I'll be very happy with that. Alright, let's finish our encryption. Or in terms of computer technology, the Greeks are way ahead. We hit them with kind of a surprise here. They didn't expect to lose this, and now they don't have the numbers to hold this area to the east. Which means we should be able to move pretty quickly through here. They didn't expect us to make such a push. What we are going to do is move our lines a bit. And this army is going to be more involved with holding... Let's actually do it up to here. Nope. Hold that. Hold that. You guys will actually continue to hold this area. I just don't want to have a weakness in my line. I don't have enough troops to hold every bit, though. This motorized unit will come there. That should be enough to hold, I hope. All right. Things are going well. I need you to just push on that just a bit. I need you to push in there just a bit. If I can get the motorized unit to surround, that's gonna be a problem. If you can take that before these two troops get there, we can completely destroy that unit. Unless they go up there. I can't add that there, unfortunately. You... Just one division. All you gotta do is hold that line. How's that? Gentlemen, you know what to do. Where's the rest of my army? Here they come. All they're going to do is try and hold that position and then push when they're ready. These men know what they have to do. Can you go there? No, you have to go through the enemy. Looks like we're being attacked. Yep. Strategic bombers again. Looks like there are Japanese convoys being attacked by Danish destroyers. The Danes have showed up to protect our troops. Looks like the Danish fleet is helping out here. Alright, so far so good. You guys can actually continue your advance. We're nearly where I want the troops to be. One of you units to go there. You might have to go through the enemy. Yeah, never mind. I'm spreading out my line a little bit, but it's for a good cause. As long as it doesn't thin my line out too much, I think we should be okay. Alright, the men are here. We can reinforce the French. That's very exciting. All I ever wanted to do in life is reinforce the French. And we've spread out the Japanese line. You can take that. Perfect. We have men going where I need it to go. I need you guys to just start applying a little bit of pressure. I don't plan on taking these spots here. I don't think I will. I just need my men to apply pressure in order to keep myself from getting cut off. Alright. You've unified the line to Hong Kong. It's perfect. Delete the attack plan, because we did that manually. Later, MSJN. Yeah, check it out on YouTube. I'll upload these in chunks, just so it's not like one massive video you have to watch through. You can check it out in little bits if you want. There we go. And I'm going to push this line back just a bit and extend this, because we have the manpower to do so. Alright, better rocket artillery. What about better guns? Night vision weaponry? No, let's do infantry held anti-tank weapons. They don't really have anything else to take out armor. Okay. See how this goes. We have a perfectly combined line now. now I need to do is push. So you guys will create a new offensive line. I need to find... Maybe I should just take this border. Let's work on that as an offensive line. You guys will push up here. And then hopefully you guys... After that, we'll then push there. This should, I hope, once everyone's set and ready, be a pretty good offensive. Looks like the French are pushing, so now might be a time to get involved. These guys are being attacked. It's fine, our last troops. This guy will just hold. Perfect. What are you guys waiting on? Divisions are still preparing and some divisions are not in position. Alright. I'll await these divisions to be in position. Looks like the added Greek strength was just in time because these British troops are not holding on well. But the Danes hold Hong Kong. Hooray, Daneland. Good job, Denmark. Should be pretty good. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what we're doing. The lines are overlapping, which is unnecessary. The Spanish? Oh, they're now Spanish bombers attacking our convoys. Alright. The fact the enemy has superior air power in the sea makes me nervous because we don't have an air force. We can't protect our own men. Enemy force is stronger. We are stronger. Not entirely sure why that's fluctuating so much. I need my men to get into position and prepare, then we will attack. I don't think we have good chances of pushing on either front, but we have thinned out the Japanese line a bit. And there are British troops in the Japanese mainland. And Dutch troops. Go Netherlands. Oh, and the Americans finally decided to show. Oh, no. Oh, it is an American troop. It is the Philippines. Good job, US. You've decided to land in Japan. Looks like the Philippines are doing all the work. That's unsurprising. There's still a Japanese-held island. One of the Marshall Islands. But looks like the Pacific is mostly held by Allied forces. Yeah, I see a lot of red and very little black. Alright. We need to connect... That's not what I want at all. I want to connect this line. To do that, I don't want to attack over the river, but I might have to. Yeah, I don't think I have a high chance of succeeding in that attack. Advanced artillery. A little better rocket. Outdated equipment. Yes, let's upgrade our artillery to newer, better, stronger, more powerful, and boomier artillery. Excellent. Alright. We're not quite ready for the attack. You guys are still getting into position. You guys are still preparing. Let's see how your preparation's going. Units are all entrenched, so they're well defended. Some of them are really low on supply. Oh man. I don't like our low supply status. Yeah, we're definitely overstretched on supplies here. I want these guys to attack first. What I really need is the French to build the infrastructure up here while we're here. We need to push a larger area to get supplies into. Boom. There we go. Found a weakness in the line. Perfect, they're attacking us back. Should give us time to make a little bit of a move there. Pushing them forward will hopefully give us, spread our troops out a bit more, give us a little better supply coverage. Because we're real thin here. We need more room, more area for supplies, and we're facing attrition. I'm gonna trigger the attack and hope that we get a little bit of room here to push forward. It's gonna be bloody, and it's gonna waste a lot of lives, but we don't really have the manpower to do this. We want to cut the number of troops down, or withdraw to an easier front. The Spanish front is not going well at all. And yeah, the Spanish front is looking almost more dangerous. What do I have 10 of here? Oh, it's my fleet. I think my submarines have been doing fine. I haven't heard anything from them. There haven't been any submarine fights or wars. We're gonna start pushing. Hopefully that'll give us a little better supply coverage. Because we'll have fewer troops in a larger area. Just worried with our lack of supply, we're gonna start losing troops. Oh, the Americans have landed. Please go help them out. What I need is nuclear reactors. Because nuclear reactors solves all of your problems. I can promise you that. Because once the Greeks nuke Japan, you know it's all over. Taking another city will help us. Cities will give us plenty of supply. This offensive is not going quite how I saw it going, in terms we're not... These guys are gonna lose supply, so they'll be dead real soon. What I need is another city. Oh, if I could make it up there, I could probably do better. Well, we'll keep pushing and see what happens. They're gonna end up running out of supplies and running out of everything. Go take that province, please. All right. Actually, don't attack. I don't know why I told you to do that. That was definitely a mistake. I really need to take that. Yeah, they're gonna go down real quick. They don't have supply. They're surrounded. We need to somehow force all of these countries to capitulate. Lacking supply. Please take that position and then go back to the larger front. You stay up here. There we go. I want to send all of my, I don't think sending all of my troops against this guy is going to do much. No, you can all stop fighting him. The enemy's much better fortified, much better positioned than we are. Because they have mountains to protect them, and it's just frustrating. I feel like there's so little we can do. I might need to bring some of my forces back and focus my troops on an area with higher supply. Maybe just bring them all in here. It's not a bad idea. I do want to take this province, though. Get at least 1 or 2 places to capitulate, and that'll help us out. Let's see. Not making a lot of progress. Let's stop the attacks. Let's just hold off there, bud. Let's pull this back a bit. Let's look at is the supply map mode, that one? All right. You go there, you go there, and this side goes there. We'll use that as our bases, and hopefully that'll help our supplies a bit. We'll leave our allies in the lurch a tiny bit, but we should be okay. We'll delete that attack line. We'll delete the offensive lines. We'll plant a couple more. So you 24 units. Your offensive line will be this river. You guys, where's your offensive line? Will be, where do they end? It'll be inside. It'll be that. So we'll just try and push up our lines to there. Should work. May not. Yeah, looks like supplies, no matter where we go, supplies are going to be hard to come by. That's all right. We should be fine. We should survive, I hope. They're the same color. You guys are gonna be like a Greek blue. How's that? A little more of a blue. There we go. You can kind of tell they're different. Let's take a quick peek at the Pyrenees. I hope that's what these mountains are called, or else I like dumb. Again, no one's doing anything. This Murcia invasion is kind of going well. Someone should take back Gibraltar. These British tanks are just rolling around. I'm not so concerned. Spain has actually pushed quite a bit up here. The Japanese troops there now? Oh, here we go. If they're using Japanese troops, it means they're pulling away from their homeland defense. Which means our invasion, the Allied invasion should be going decent. It's not looking great. They should be able to just take Kochi and all these areas right now, but they're not. The American invasion of Nagasaki has been pushed back. This is going to be one of those long, sloggy wars where very little happens for either side. Oh man, they're making pretty good pushes in here. I don't know where all the troops have gone. These guys are having trouble holding. I'm gonna add this. I do want that to be part of our group. These guys start to push a little bit. These guys don't quite have the manpower to do it. I don't have the manpower to push at all. We have to disband. Actually, I know what we can do. Let's all adults will serve. There we go. 500,000 units of manpower. We'll just hold that. Just push. We're gonna take anything we can. We have the manpower now. We have the equipment. Every inch of ground we can take, we will take. Yeah, we're upgrading. We're not doing a lot of reinforcing. We do have rocket artillery. That's exciting. Looks like their units are mostly composed of artillery and infantry, so similar to ours. I mean, there's a push happening here. We're not getting much, but we're getting some. That's good. We're not getting that spot in the mountains, but we did take this, so we are probably going to take this spot, which means we can attack between those rivers, which will help. These guys are just not doing anything, which is too bad. They have to attack across rivers or into mountains and almost everywhere they go. We have the advantage of having these supply areas like Hanoi and Nanning, but we really don't have the advantage anywhere else. Really just... Oh, and all these troops are still heading back. You guys... Is he just like not involved? 23 divisions, 18 divisions. This should be enough. Here we go. Better heart attack would be nice. How about night vision? Increase our combat during the night. That's good. We've made it. We made a push. It looks like a very significant push. I think just because of the size of the province. Here we go. We're going to have a lot more artillery. Alright, we're not moving troops in because we're out of supply capacity. So we're sort of have the troops we have. I want to counter push here right now once they're done attacking. It's a fool's errand, but it will give us a little more breathing room. Coup in Romania. What's up with Romania now? Oh, Michael I is now leader of Romania. I don't need volunteers, thank you. Romania is still being occupied by the Soviet Union. Oh, as is poor Poland. They have so many troops. 37 on just that province alone. But there's a... Oh, the United States. Of course, the U.S. marching in with a naval invasion. Oh, those guys are going to get crushed. The United States has put together a small invasion. Oh. Turkey controls... What is that? Minorca now? Whatever that thing is. Small island. Alright. We're involved. We're going to take this province whether it kills all of our troops or not. It's going to kill our troops. Our losses must be huge right now. We're up to 200,000 troops with an 11% war participation, which puts us fourth behind Belgium, the UK, and France. We've lost so many men. Japan has lost 1.7 million and is almost halfway towards capitulation. There we go, we're doing this. The Germans lost nearly 6 million troops before they capitulated. Alright, I like the look of this a lot. We've taken back almost all of what was French-controlled Vietnam. We've taken back even more territory over here. We've united the front line. We've united the Hong Kong front line with our Vietnamese front line. All I have to do is unite the Vietnamese front line with the Indian front line. India's... Oh, it's getting cut into real hard by the Japanese. If we can do that, if we can unite this front line here, we should have a much stronger chance of... We'll have easier time moving troops, because to go to Vietnam from India, they don't have to go all the way around by boat. They can just cut through north of Siam. That would be the dream. Ireland has joined the Allies. That's fantastic. It's very good news. Alright, Ireland has joined the German-Yugoslavian War. This is so good. The German-Yugoslavian War kicked off this whole ordeal. That's what this is. World War II started with Germany invading Yugoslavia. They've lost 11.2 million, the Axis powers. That's incredible. Germany more than half of that. We've lost 6 million, half of that being the French. And the UK, Belgium, and the Greeks. We've lost more than the US. I guess the US got started later too. So they haven't been wasting any time. I don't want jet engines really. What do I want? Oh, there's industry techs I can research. Like new construction speeds. That's good. Alright, with American help, we're pushing into the west. We were pushing into the west. Never mind. We're not doing too hot. We're not doing too poor. We're getting bombed. There's some serious bombing going on. We do have air superiority, though, over southern China. And naval superiority in the seas that matter. Oh, they look like they're getting pushed out. It's too bad. We still hold this province, though. That's what matters. So he's low on supplies and not doing so hot. Alright, the Japanese mainland invasion has actually gotten a lot better. If we just take Tokyo. It's open! Go east! Just move troops to Osaka, just try and take Tokyo, that'd be nice. Hiroshima is British occupied. A lot of British troops too. US, Danish, UK, British Malaya. Colonial garrison. It's like it's all been bombed. It's too bad. Dominion of Canada. Guys, a combined Canadian-Turkish invasion is going really well. That's awesome. Who would have thought that Canadians and Turks would work together? For those of you just joining us, welcome to Hearts of Iron 4, where Greece is fighting still in Vietnam. I see a trend, and it will continue as we try and fight the Japanese in Vietnam. Would you guys just like take that while you're at it? Just real quick. Would you guys just take that while you're at it real quick? You prevent them from defending it. Just push up a tiny bit. Thank you. Yeah, so we fought the Germans. The Germans are gone. The Italians are gone. The Axis is... Well, China got defeated by the Japanese, and the Axis is now limited to this, but they're holding in. Oh, and Spain. They're holding pretty firm. We've been fighting for a long time, but it's been difficult. We're playing as Greece, and we're, to put it bluntly, getting our asses handed to us in this war. We've pushed up towards almost taking all of Vietnam. This is the last province of North Vietnam before we've taken back all the land that the Japanese took from the French. And we've unified... Oh, this is actually really good. We've unified our front line. So we can take this position. I don't think those guys aren't going to hold out long enough for those troops to get there. We're not doing so hot. We really need these guys to get there, though. We have a lot of attrition. I like this. I like this front line that's expanding a little bit. Wow, these guys are holding. That's really good to see. Oh, nope. Or don't take that position. Oh, we will. Good, perfect. Oh, that's taken soon. I'm gonna stop my... Here we go. Perfect. I'm not finishing a lot of sentences here. I'm gonna stop my front line here. I'm actually gonna expand it to there, so we had a little more room to push forward. By forward, I mean north. What we want to do, we've unified this front line. We wanted to unify from Hong Kong down here all the way to India. We've finally done that. One unified front line north of Siam. And it looks really good. Oh. That's seriously undefended? This guy's gonna go on a little trip. This is really cool. I can take all of these lands and hopefully he'll be able to do it by himself. And there won't be any troops that'll show up randomly to try and distract him. Once this guy takes all this land, I'm going to move him onto this front line with these troops. The rest of his army. Please do that. Thank you. While you're off doing that, these guys should be pushing forward. I'm stalled in the east because I'm fighting into mountains and it's a bit more difficult. I do actually want to expand this front line. Fall of Rome. I thought Rome had already fallen. Maybe the Spaniards, the Spanish retook it. Oh no, it was given to France. Got it. Yugoslavia gave Rome to France. You guys are really divvying up land awkwardly. Yugoslavia only gave me Albania, even though I spent most of the effort taking Bulgaria. So, whatever. It's less for me to have to control. It's not the right word. Protect. I don't know. There's not a lot of pushing going on. I think we're significantly low on supply, which makes it difficult for us to actually do anything. If we could push forward and have these guys all capitulate and then just move on Japan, that would be really nice and happy, and I'd like that. There's 14 units there? 14 divisions? Jeez, that's tough. Oh, man. Oh, India declared war on free India. This is not going to be helpful, I don't think. Exiled divisions. Oh no. The British-Indian Civil War. This is not good. Free India appears to be fascist. And appears to join the Axis. Oh, this is a development that I wish hadn't have happened. What are you guys doing? We have exiled divisions. This is going to be tough for this guy to get out of here. I'm going to try and push. When he's recovered, hopefully he can push east. Oh, he's going to run out of supply and die. I've lost a division, which I don't want to lose a division. I need to find supply. Go there, please. Just as quickly as you can. 13 days. Well, at least we'll get supply at some point. So now we're at war with free India. You guys can stop your offensive right now. Actually, get rid of that line. And create a new offensive line. There. There's a lot of stuff popping off that is not really working for me. Let's go this way. Because if we can somehow get any amount of supply, we should be able to escape this. It means we need a port. Maybe this unit is just lost forever. This is not good. Alright, we need to figure out how to get supplies. I'm gonna have my men stop. I'm dig in for a second. Because we're definitely not getting anywhere fighting the way we're fighting. Just if you can take that province real quick before anyone else gets there, that would be nice. If I can take that port, if I can take Rangoon. Oh man, this is definitely not good for our war. The battle lines have been drawn and Free India is all of the land we need. How long will it take you to get there? 24 days. They may not make it. I may lose that unit. That's fine. I'm gonna have better artillery though, so I'll take it. Whew. Alright, you expand your front line to there. Let's be a little more spread out. A lot of fighting going on. Alright, I really want to push north, but my men just don't have the supply. I may actually retreat from this battle right now. And may set my men up to fight the Spanish. Oh, we're losing our port, which is not good. Oh, I just don't quite have the supply in India to fight. Nor do I have the manpower. No, that's not what I want to go there, then there, then there, then there. Or get lost along the way, but try what you can. You protect the convoy. I'm going to start pushing really idiotically in attempts to make something happen. Do I have mountain troops? I do. Here we go. Looks like we're making something happen here. If I can reinforce these guys. These two troops. Yeah, perfect. I can take Kunming. Kunming, yeah. Alright, let's take Kunming. Really push in from the sides, boys. There we go. We can probably get the Yunnan Free Empire to capitulate. Let's take a look at how they're doing. They're so close to capitulating. I wonder if they won't because they're a Japanese puppet. It looks like if we can take one more province, we can do it. So let's try it for this one. Getting them to capitulate would mean their troops are no longer involved in the war, which would be just perfect for us. But we'll see. I think this will be a short sign-off today. It's getting kind of late. We haven't had much progress. Denmark's making another invasion. That's nice. The war in northern Spain is just not going for anyone's favor. And this got a lot more complicated. with India splitting into a civil war. I just hope that the good guys, the allies, can make a push and take back India. Because we really didn't need that right now. I guess I could push west into India. It's not a bad idea. Not across that river, though. I want to get the Yunnan Free Empire to capitulate first. It doesn't look like they're going to do. Unless we take one more province. It shows you how slow of a grind this has been. How much of a slog it's been to get any sort of traction. We do have a lot of troops here, though. Maybe if we push across that river. Here we go. See if we can just do a little bit of a push. The Americans aren't going to help. Silly Americans. But maybe we can help get supplies in here. You just stay put for now. We'll get you help soon. Oh, 94, but losing. If I can take one more province. All I need is one province. I'll feel pretty good about this. We just don't have the supplies to do it. I think we should be able to, though. We're so close. $88, $89, $90 in our favor. Here we go. And this may be how this ends for now. We'll come back to this later. I don't know when. Another Strategy Sunday. But I appreciate everyone who joined on stream. And I really appreciate everyone who's been watching on YouTube. So thank you so much. Please like and subscribe this video and this channel in that order. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And follow me on Twitch, Twitch_Captain Snaggles. Sorry, Twitch not under 4. Not under 4. Alright, let's learn to English real quick. Twitch.tv/Captain_Snaggles is my Twitch channel. And I hope to see everybody on the next episode. So yeah, have a wonderful evening, everyone, or morning, or whatever you're watching this. Take care. Bye-bye.